Happy 4th of July. What is up, everybody? We're here. We're live on a Friday on the 4th, and Jay's in a celebrating mood right there with the rocket pops. Look at that.
I love it, man. I freaking love it. This is going to be a great day. Every single one of my neighbors are out right now cutting their grass. I gotta join them after this is over. Then gonna get the grill fired up, hot dogs, hamburgers, cheese, all that stuff. Gonna watch a little Jaws. I even got a giant freaking pinwheel for the yard. So pretty cool.
There you go.
I love it, man. I love it. I had to dress as American as I possibly can be. Rocket pops, funny hats that I buy at Walmart. I don't know, man. Here we go.
Got some American flag shorts I'm gonna wear later. I'm not gonna
Apollo Creed
right now and just sitting in them. So I've got them though. They're nice and comfy. But yes, happy birthday, America.
That's right.
No happy birthday, Jay. No happy birthday, Jessica Lindstrom. No happy birthday, Lady Aaron D. Like whatever all this stuff is, it's America today. The only birthday that matters. Not all these fake ones out there.
100%. And I'm loving like all the people are posting like the most American pictures they possibly can. Like a guy with a grill out in the middle of a lake, just going. That's great. I love that stuff. George Washington with a machine gun and an eagle, on his shoulder. I see all these posts. They're great. I love it. It's all friggin' awesome.
They're great. I went through a lot of effort. I put a shirt on. I put a shirt on that I would probably just normally wear anyway. I got like a million shirts that have random flags or apparel on them. I was gonna wear this other one, but I can't find it. I don't know if it's in a box somewhere or something. I was gonna wear the white. It was just like straight up white shirt with blue stars in a circle with like 1776 on it, but I don't know where the fuck it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that happens too sometimes. Like you randomly look at stuff and you're like, oh, so that's where it is. I just had to find the Rocket Pop shirt, man. It's like I went everywhere and got it. So
I cannot tell you how much random stuff I have that I will never ever use again, but I'm not going to throw it away. It's in my garage somewhere. Like all that kind of stuff. Or like food, even like when I move places, it's like there's food that I probably have like, oh, I can't throw that away. I'll bring it. I'll use it. And I keep bringing it in wherever I go. I was going through my cabinet the other day and it was like this pasta that expired in like 2022. I'm like, Jesus, how long have I been dragging this around with me? Like, holy shit. That's not something you really check for the expiration date.
No.
Much. Random pasta, like some box of pasta or whatever. 2022, what the fuck?
I think what's funny is like you buy something and then like you open a box and at least for me, and you already have it and you're like, dang, I already had one of those. Now I got two. That's America, man. That's freaking America. I'm telling you, bro, I need it. Listen, I'm not like, I like original toasters. Okay. I like, 1 year for Christmas, my mom got me like, one of those toaster ovens. I like regular toasters. You put the bread in, you push the thing down, it pops up. I don't know what it is. I just need to have one of those in the house. She bought
Hold
me
on.
a
If you make
toaster.
your bread in a if you make your bread in a toaster oven, you're a fucking freak. You need a toaster and a toaster oven.
Yeah,
The toaster oven
exactly.
bread doesn't go in there, right? All the other shit goes in there.
Right. Exactly. And so they were like, "Yeah, you don't need a toaster anymore and everything." So I was like, "Huh, all right." The toaster that I had been with me for years, man, parties and everything, and it was on its last leg. It was only cooking on one side. I finally had to toss it. I was like, I got a toaster oven, and I hated it. I immediately bought another toaster, and like a month later, I found I had a brand new toaster in a box somewhere. So I got an extra one, and I'm like, all right, I'll keep this for backup.
Now
I'll
I got
probably forget I
2
even own it now.
toasters.
You know. Oh well.
Yeah, don't be one of those weirdos that puts bread just if you're making toast and you put that in your toaster oven. Fuck you. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's that. What are you doing, man?
Yeah. What are you doing with that? The only thing I need is one of those hot dog toasters or whatever, you know?
Bro, someone's sending me one in the mail. I'm gonna open it live here on Daily.
You got to eat it.
You want me to like plug it in while I'm live? Like find a spot on the desk, plug it in, and toast the
We could
hot.
have done that today. That would have been like the perfect timing for something like today before the hot dog eating contest and everything, but
That's true. Too bad that's not happening like right now. We could have it pulled up, or at least like know the winner. Oh well.
we got 50 gifted memberships from
Freaking
Brock. A possum who's farting flame or maybe just running from fire. I don't know exactly, but thanks, Brock. Brock's always reminding everybody to hydrate. Got my water here. I really don't know what I'm going to do today. I've got a couple hours before this in FNT. Then FNT lasts like 4 hours. So that like takes up a decent chunk of the day. So I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I'll just sit there and get fucking hammered and drink and smoke a couple cigars. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Whatever.
I'm watching Jaws, and you want to know something? I might end up at a theme park later today because the crowds are not there. They were gone, empty. I mean, nothing. Me and Beardo have a video coming out for park hopping probably today. We did a whole Jurassic Park thing. We were supposed to go live, rained, lightning, all that stuff. Maybe that's why nobody was there yesterday, but like none of the rides were working anyway. But we took people to we're taking people to a special place. I don't know if you know this exists, right? I know you don't go to theme parks that often, but at Islands of Adventure, they actually have an underground tunnel safari system walking through Jurassic Park. Most people don't know that even exists. Like you're going through tunnels, you're walking on rope bridges. Like they have like the Velociraptors, like I almost said Velocicoaster. Velociraptors like screaming at you while you're trying to get through this tunnel system, you know? And then you end up on like this giant swinging bridge. So I was like, most people don't even know that exists at Islands of Adventure.
That's a place I never hang out at. Like I walk through there to get to other places in the park, basically. But I never really spend too much time there, you know?
Well, I figured it was Jurassic Park weekend. We did a whole Jurassic Park thing. So, you know, or Jurassic World, sorry.
And we watched Jurassic World, and we'll talk. Let's catch up with some of these gifted memberships. You guys are going crazy with the super chats and everything already. So we'll get through a couple of these, and then we'll talk about some Jurassic World. We'll talk about that. R.I.P. Michael Madsen, says M2M.
Oh, yeah.
I built a tripod with 4 legs. The culture war is no more of a war than a war between men and maggots, or dragons and wolves, or men riding dragons, throwing wolves at maggots. Thank you, M10. And yes, RIP. RIP. And then for $5 says, come on, I want to hear you say it. James Gunn is a film genius. No, not that. The other thing. Superman 2025 will save DC Wrong. We're a week away from finding out. We've got a Superman story to talk about today, because the box office projections are going like all over the place for Superman. You've got some people saying up to 170. You got some people saying struggle to hit 100 from different places using different data, blah, blah, blah. I will never forget just a couple of years ago when the Flash was projected to open between 115 and 140 million dollars, and it opened to like 53 or 54 million. So projections are projections, but there's a review got put out a little early.
Yeah.
A review got put out a little early, and it's obviously getting a ton of attention because it's the only one out because they're not supposed to be out. And it's an incredibly negative review. And it's only one review out of the 200 that are going to put there. But obviously a lot of attention's being paid to it. So we will talk about that. Linko Kenobi, Delta Entertainment. What's up, everyone? I was just done doing a video on the Superman review, but it doesn't look good. I'll be seeing it on Tuesday, but I'm probably going to be disappointed. Anyways, have a happy 4th of July, everyone. Hail the 199. I'm going to add the other 9 in there. That's like 1 to the power of 9 right there.
Linko Kenobi was targeting you a lot, Mario Kart. Just wanted to remind you of that.
I fully believe that was the case, but luckily he's so shit at the game. I was usually ahead of him, you know? And then ultimately, I think we were on the same team when we did teams.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you look at those numbers? Dino Wills, who posts those like stats or whatever after Mario Kart? Look, I'm a part-timer, right? Like in WWE, I'm a part-timer. I ain't fucking showing up for all these shows. I ain't showing up for all this stuff. I show up maybe once a month, whatever. I was crushing it, to be honest with you. When you look at my average placement, when you look at the wins, it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good.
I usually like put effort to get one win, and then I'm like, I'm kind of over. I'm like, I get over it quickly. Well, my ADHD or something. I don't know.
I mean, I'm trying hard every time. Like
I know.
There's no moment where I'll be like, I'm not trying to win, because obviously, if I'm playing, I'm going to be trying. But we can pull up the stats. Our boy, it's Dino Wills, right? I think that's the.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I never make the stats. Like I said, I just go for like. Plus, my team, God bless you guys, we were terrible. Bro, the team I was put on, it was brutal, man. We were like, not only were we last, we were like dead last.
The team race we did at the end, those were very unfair teams for you specifically.
It was all the gifted people, or they put us all on one team.
Yeah, like look at this, man. Look at us in knockout tours. Look who's got the best average placement right here. Ryan. Part-timer who randomly fucking shows up every once in a while, compared to like these fucking people that play like 5 days a week. Like, what's going on here? Why aren't y'all better at the game?
Bro, look at mine. I got 2 24s in that list. And in case you're wondering, 24 is dead last. We're racing with 24 people. So if you get 24th, you are last. Like the bots beat me on those races for some reason.
Yeah,
it's not really my thing, man. I enjoy the camaraderie. I like it when people yell and cuss each other. I think it's funny.
Look at Papa. This dude was fucking. He won 4 of the knockout tours. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm actually making thumbnails like most of the time while I'm playing. Graveyard Dead. That's where I was, man.
And then championship points. I'm just behind Jeremy and Johnny, which is okay. Race wins, just behind Jeremy. Jeremy's a fucking freak. He plays out all the fucking time. Top 3s, right there behind. I'm tied with Jeremy. What are we doing here? Like all these other people that play all the time, you guys need to get better. All right, watch some DSP. Watch some DSP racing so you know what not to do in Mario Kart.
Hold on a second here. Hold on. This is a completely different. What is this? What is this? We had a hot dog eating contest already. This is the women's.
Yeah, they do a female one.
They just got that out of the way early this morning. Miki Sudo wins 11th pink belt of Nathan's hot dog eating contest. They just got it out of the way.
Well, doesn't the official one start at noon or something?
That's what I thought.
Yeah. So they do the woman's early. Yeah. What would be wrong with that?
No, I'm just wondering, like, they didn't even put them on television. We wanted to see that woman choke down all them dogs.
I'm sure it's on television somewhere.
ESPN 3.
ESPN 3. So coverage of the women's competition starts at 10:45 on ESPN 3 with the men's contest to begin at noon. So yeah, noon.
Is that wifey material or hoe material?
I don't know.
I need to know a little more about her either. So
I need to know a little more about her other than she just put down dogs, you know. Delta Entertainment says, "Damn, I thought I put 199." It's all good. It's all good. We got.
Sorry, can I show this picture?
Yes.
This is from the competition. Got other women just shoving wieners down her mouth. Sorry. I got to go watch that on the replay.
Respect.
Yeah.
It's better than the woman who's like, I'll have a salad. No,
yeah,
you choke down a bunch of dogs. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Respect.
Agreed.
Respect. GJJ with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, GJ. I'm still like shocked of Brock's 50.
Yeah, that's a big one.
$250 fucking dollars from Brock. That's a lot of goddamn money. And then WG with 5 gifted memberships as well. Ryan Shatner's The Classics for $20. And the Rockets' Red Glare. The bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, or the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you, Ryan Shatner's The Classics.
Listen, this is the last thing I'm going to show the rest of the day. I'll let Ryan run the show, but can we just block this guy? Like, what is this, Ryan? Can we just ban him from all chats? God,
they got my rosy cheeks right there. I don't know. I'm just annoyed they get tagged and all that shit, and it's just constantly my fucking mentions.
I know. That's like, if you're gonna make a meme, make it. Don't tag me.
Yeah, that's like everyone is like, every single person is tagged in every fucking meme. So I get notifications for some stupid Epic Mike or Beardo meme that I give no fucks about, you know. And then, of course, the ones with me, and I don't want to see that shit anyway.
I know. It's like, holy crap.
It is what it looks. Should we talk about dinosaurs, Jay?
Yeah.
Jurassic World Rebirth is open at the box office. Actually open on Wednesday. You and me went and saw it yesterday. Yeah. Not together, because that would be kind of gay. We saw it separately at different times in different locations. Yeah. But what were your thoughts about Jurassic World Rebirth, Jay?
Immediately, I could tell you that's better than Jurassic World 2 and 3 of the Chris Pratt series. It had some really interesting, it had some good moments, like the we could spoil, right?
Yeah, we might as well. Just spoiler warning for anybody that does care. I don't know how much there is to be spoiled by for the movie.
Yeah, it's dinosaurs chasing people, pretty much all it was. It the boat scene I thought was really good. Like I thought that was great. Like when the dinosaurs were going after the boat and they were trying to figure that out, I thought that was great. The parts where there was like they were trying to make Scarlett Johansson's character feel like she's dealing with stuff, I thought were terrible. Where she's like sitting there at night crying, staring at the moon because something happened. And then she has a moment with this other, like with the boat driver where he's like, hey, whatever happened to Ben or whatever his name was. And she starts crying like, yeah, I didn't make it. I thought that was awful. Like that did not need to be in the movie whatsoever. It was stupid.
This is like, look, this is basically the same as the MonsterVerse movies at this point, where it's like, yeah, the person parts, I don't care about the people. I just want to see like King Kong fight Godzilla or whatever. That's how this is. And I actually kind of agree with you that this is it's marginally better than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, Jurassic World Dominion. I thought those two were awful movies. I don't think this is a good movie, but I do agree the dinosaur stuff in terms of just chase sequences with dinosaurs and the action involving the dinosaurs, I thought it was good. I thought it was entertaining. And I do not care about a single human being in this entire thing. And it's like they tried to scratch the surface of something. I think they tried to scratch the surface of something when it
Yeah.
came to, Scarlett Johansson and Blade, right? And like their relationship. But there wasn't enough good writing or
Yeah.
enough time dedicated for you to care. So I just
Yeah.
didn't. I did not care about them. I didn't care about the autistic Altoid chomping scientists. I didn't care about any of them. All I cared about were watching the dinosaurs and if they were going to eat people or not.
Yeah. My favorite part, okay, sorry, guy. If you don't want spoilers, go somewhere else. Was the guy climbing up the mountain being chased by the pterodactyl? And they're like, pull me up, pull me up. And they're like pulling him up real quick. The dinosaur just annihilates him at the end. I thought that was great. So my theater actually clapped when it's funny because every time a dinosaur killed somebody or ate someone, my theater was clapping. Like that was so that I thought that was funny that anytime someone got killed by a dinosaur. I do think that with the little girl, I think they were trying to find the horror sequence like the first film. You know, with the two kids trapped in the kitchen, like the very first Jurassic. That was listen, man, that was one of the most terrifying scenes ever. Talk about out being on the edge of my seat. The very first Jurassic Park movie when the two kids were running from, and they're like in the kitchen and it's like not only one, but it's two they got to deal with. That was crazy. I think they tried to do that with the little girl that was in this movie, like try to find that that type of suspense, but it didn't land that well. And then also they brought in that little baby dinosaur, which I was like, well, that's to sell merch, obviously. Put the little baby dinosaur in the backpack and carry it around.
There was like no reason for that other than
Right.
exactly what you're saying is the idea of like something random cute dinosaur to bring people in. And
then the very end, when the big retarded dinosaur shows up finally, because it's an island of misfit dinosaurs, apparently, right? It's the island of misfits. That's what they did. The ending was a little like, it's here and gone. There wasn't like this big glorious ending, like it just wasn't.
We didn't get very much of that. Like the big
Yeah.
dinosaur, you didn't get too much of it, to be honest with you. And that I think to me, that's the worst part of the movie is they tease that the D-Rex, whatever, and you barely see it. And yeah, so that was, but I look, I like the T-Rex raft sequence. Like when they just see it laying there, she's trying to get the raft. I liked that. I thought that was good. There was some stuff pulled from the books and everything for a couple of these sequences, and I think they tried to remind you a little bit of the convenience store scene with it going through the aisles. They tried to get back to, like you said, the first movie. Ultimately, perfectly fine to just turn it on and watch dinosaur action. I do not care about a single one of the characters involved. No. They tried a little bit to get you to care about the characters involved, but ultimately they didn't put forth a ton of effort and it didn't really work.
But it's like it's the same storyline. The evil pharmaceutical man is trying to get stuff to make money to make medicine, right? Like it's like that. It was like that in Aliens. The corporate guy was the bad guy. It's like that character was there. You knew he was gonna end. So he would do anything in his power to turn on everybody and get the samples that they were hunting, for the greater good of the corporation. So they had the corporation character. Man, for some strange reason, I thought that guy was freaking Orlando Bloom. And I was like, man, Orlando Bloom is looking different. And it's like, is that Orlando? I finally went to Beard. I was like, is that Orlando Bloom? He's like, no, that's not Orlando Bloom.
There's some like facial structure similarities. I can see that. But no, I didn't think it was Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, you at this point with this franchise, you know what you're going to get. It's going to be kind of shit schlock, predictable type of writing. And you're going to get to see dinosaurs trying to kill people. That's what this movie was. And then it just kind of not suddenly, but it ends relatively abruptly.
Yeah, so like that's the saying. The ending like was kind of flat. But the funny thing in my theater, when the Velociraptor showed up, right?
Oh yeah.
People started clapping, right? They were like, "Here we
It's
go!"
like a cameo. It's like seeing like
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. pop up at the end credit scene. That's like what it felt like
they
randomly.
show up for a second, and then they, I guess, like they were like, "Look, they did Velociraptors forever. Now we got to move on, but we'll give them, yeah, we'll give them a little cameo, and be done with it." So that's what I do appreciate, that I had a good theater audience. That does help make the movie a little bit better when people are clapping, cheering. But yeah, everybody was rooting for the dinosaurs. They did not care. They wanted to see everybody die. Dumb family that was sailing. They wanted everyone to die. That girl's boyfriend. Everyone was clapping, hoping he'd be ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
So it's like that's that was the kind of people I had in my theater. So
that's what these movies are at this point. And the question
yeah.
is, how will it do? I think there's a lot of people around the world that even if the story's shit, like we saw with Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, there's still going to be a lot of people that show up to go to this. But the question is how many and how will it stack up to the previous entries? You know, Wednesday was its opening day, not like Thursday previews, then Friday opening day number. No, just Wednesday opening day, full opening, all this stuff. Made $30 million, right? $30 million on Wednesday opening day. And you see everybody being like, oh my God, this is going to blow up. And it's like, whoa, let's look at some of the other entries, right? Jurassic Park, Lost World, and Jurassic Park 3, these numbers, if you factor in inflation, are incredibly high. But let's just look at Jurassic World. Jurassic World, $82 million opening day. Fallen Kingdom, 60 million. Jurassic World Dominion, 60 million. Now, those are with like Thursday previews and then a Friday full opening day combined. So maybe you're looking closer to like a $42 million pure opening day, a Friday versus Wednesday. A lot of different things go into that. And obviously it's a holiday weekend, but ultimately you're still looking at potentially, $130 to $140 million 5-day opening weekend, which would be lower than any 3-day opening weekend for the Jurassic World franchise that we've seen in the past several years.
The biggest
significantly less interest all around for this movie in general.
The thing is too, my opinion, this movie has zero rewatchability. It's like if you do see it, it's like a one and done, and these movies need those people to come back and watch it again and again to really make the numbers. So I don't think it had like
you don't have a Chris Pratt in this movie that you can kind of get invested in, just in terms of him as a character. He's just, it really doesn't matter who he's playing. He is a likable actor who plays likable characters typically. And Owen Grady is kind of that one guy in the Jurassic World franchise. And I'm not saying that you can throw Chris Pratt into anything and it'll make $1 billion. Not what I'm saying at all.
Right.
But when I guess when the expectations are relatively low for the story, which they are at this point for these movies, you do need to have at least a character that you care about. And I didn't have any of that in this movie.
It's weird. Like the story set where it's like, it starts off like nobody cares. Like basically they're letting us know that everybody in the world, that nobody cares about dinosaurs anymore. And like
the fat is worn off, right?
Yeah,
it's no longer exciting to go to the zoo to see a dinosaur. Nobody cares because they've been around for a couple decades now, and people don't care.
And this giant brontosaurus has escaped from the zoo in New York, so he's blocking traffic, and everybody's just mad. They're like, "Dear God, man, can we get this thing out of the way?" It's like they're looking at this dinosaur in New York, and it's just like, "Can we get this thing out of the way, please?" It's just like blocking traffic. And then they go to a scientist who like does, I guess, dinosaur bone presentation things. And he was even crying about it too. He's like, 5 years ago, we had a line out the door and everybody couldn't stop. Now we barely sold 12 tickets. Nobody cares about dinosaur. So they just kept pushing that, like nobody cares. And the stage is set to where dinosaurs are they died off all around the world, except for this one little area, the hottest area in the world, where there's maximum oxygen flow and some island.
It's the closest climate and like environment to when they were actually living, right? It's basically small places around the equator. That's what they explain. And a company that wants to be able to make medical breakthroughs by using dinosaur blood. And the reason they can't use it they got to take it from live ones because the blood deoxygenates within seconds of when a dinosaur dies. And like all these things to put it into the place where they have to go and take blood samples from live dinosaurs.
That's it.
So that's how it gets set up to do this thing.
Correct. That's correct. So, and I was like, yeah, well, maybe a lot of people, even in the movies, are not interested in dinosaurs anymore, depending on. I got to stick with my prediction, though. Maybe internationally might work, but maybe dinosaurs will rule July. We'll see.
Well, like, obviously for, any other franchise that would come out and have a opening weekend of 133 million or wherever it ends up, that would be huge, right? Basically any other movie, any other like thing that you put out there. For the Jurassic World movies, from what we've seen, when we're used to seeing $380 million global debuts, and now we're talking about a $265 million global debut. Like, those are, like, obviously it's a big difference, a stark difference from what we just saw a few years ago. That doesn't mean that this movie still can't go on to make $750, $800 million.
Yeah.
But I do not think we're going to see it reach the billion-dollar heights that we saw for the previous entries. Also doesn't mean it still can't be the winner of July, based on how these other movies do. But I thought Dominion was fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it was awful.
I thought it was terrible, and it made $1 billion. So I would rather rewatch this movie again than Dominion, if I'm being honest with you. But not by a huge. It's marginally better, I would say. I think the dinosaur stuff is better in it. That's why I say that. But overall, you know what you're getting at this point. We're not going to walk in and see Jurassic Park again.
Yeah.
Right. That's not what this franchise is.
There's a scene in the beginning. Sorry, spoilers. There's a scene in the beginning where a freaking Snickers wrapper disrupts the whole. I thought when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, you mean to tell me you got $1 billion scientific lab and a freaking Snicker?" This guy's trying.
That could have been you, Jay.
All right, I'm just gonna spoil it. This guy, he's a scientist and he's trying to get into this lab, and you need like a guy on the other side with a key, and you got to be like 3, 2, and you open the key at the same time. And he was like eating a Snickers, and he dropped the wrapper on the ground. And when he walked through the lab, the Snickers wrapper magically floated underneath the door and caused some kind of malfunction. And that's how all the mutated dinosaurs escaped. They showed that at the very end. I was like, a freaking Snickers wrapper got sucked under the door, and you see all these sparks and everything flying, and it's like, warning, warning, warning. It's like everybody's freaking out, and the big mutated dinosaur shows up.
Big D-Rex.
That's the very beginning. That's how they set the tone that the island is, is on its own, I guess. So
there you go. M to M, if you want dinosaur action with badass women, I'll stick to Dino Crisis. Capcom, stop ignoring one of your golden geese and treat the series properly. Dino Crisis, there you go. Over on the Rumble side, we got Switzerland Play It. That's right, Ryan. Put some BBC in your mouth and suck on them. Big brown cigars. I might do that. I might think about that. And then Stephen Strange, I am straight. I would rather watch girls with no gag reflex sucking down hot dogs. Beardo is gay. Yeah, I wonder how many did she eat?
51.
51?
That's what it says.
That's a lot for a
51.
woman. Dude. That's a lot. Joey Chestnut eats what, like 70s world record or something?
Yeah.
She's putting him down, bro. God. Alex McCarthy for 2. Happy 4th of July. Meta PC code RK Outpost or drunk 3PO.
Hey.
Shout out, Alex. Link is in the description. Nick Hammerschmidt for 10. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Besides the Captain America trilogy, Top Gun Maverick, and The Patriot, any good American films to watch to celebrate? You can watch Independence Day.
I always watch Jaws. The beaches are open. It's the 4th of July. Bring your kids out in the water and watch them get eaten.
Yeah, I mean, that takes place on 4th of July.
Yeah, I know.
I don't
It's
know
not
if that feels
necessarily
like
4th of July movie.
I don't feel
but
like it feels like an American movie or whatever, but yeah.
Independence Day. What? You said The Patriot already, right? Yeah, that's a good one.
Did I tell you that?
Go watch Rambo 2. How about that one? That one's pretty good.
Did I tell you that I went to the beach, 2 weeks ago or whatever that was, like right when you were talking about Jaws. I'm like, I ain't gonna watch it before I go to the beach. And the beach I went to, I didn't even know. It's just the one I chose to go to. It is the shark bite capital of like the world. New Smyrna Beach.
Florida?
Yeah, New Smyrna Beach. Yeah. It's like 300 shark bites since like 1900 or something. I can't imagine there's a ton of deaths. It's probably like smaller ones or whatever, but it's just because of the way the water is, how shallow it is at certain points. But with all that being said, you're still not very likely to get hit or bit by a fucking shark.
Yeah.
Period. You are more likely to get struck by lightning than bitten by a shark. And you know what? The day after I was there a few weekends ago, some motherfucker got struck by lightning on that beach.
They got struck by lightning.
Yes, which is more likely to happen than you getting bitten by a shark.
Oh, that's
which is kind of crazy.
Knowing my luck, I get struck by lightning, get entangled with a jellyfish, and bit by a shark while talking to JD Vance.
Why would JD Vance be there?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's on break. I feel like I have a better chance bumping into JD Vance than Donald Trump.
I mean, probably. Yeah, it's probably true.
Oh.
Elite Neo for 50.
Look at this guy.
$50. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Be careful not to lose any digits around those fireworks. Speaking of hot dog variants, just emailed you guys handy infographic differentiating them all. Might share it on the chat so we can learn the differences. What? Can you see if you can find that, Jay?
Wait,
like,
what?
Like beef hot dogs and pork hot dog, like all that different stuff, or what?
Wait, put that up again. What do I have to look for? Just emailed you guys a handy infographic.
Infographic, yeah.
Who did you email? Me?
I think I might have it too. Hold on.
I'll take a look.
I
don't have anything in my email.
I think I got it.
I have nothing. My email is bare.
All right, here we go. Let me pull this shit up.
Oh, no, I do have it. Sorry. I do have
liar.
It.
I already did
I found it. I found it. It was in my spam.
I got it. Here we go. Here's the difference. A field guide to regional hot dogs. Chicago style, New York, Arizona Sonoran hot dog. I don't think I've ever had
Detroit.
That.
Look at that. Onions. I love it.
Carolina style, Seattle style, cream cheese and grilled onions.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Cream cheese? I don't know about that. I've never tried it. It might be great. I've never tried that ever.
How about a Rhode Island hot wiener?
I feel like I'll be using all of my dude wipes after eating that one.
Look at that. Chicago.
Meat sauce, mustard, chopped onions, and celery salt. That sounds pretty awesome, honestly.
Look at this Chicago style dog. Yellow mustard, chopped white onions, sweet pickle relish, dill pickle spear, tomato slices, pickled sport peppers, and a dash of celery salt.
That sounds incredible.
Peppers is what does it for me. Like, I really like the peppers on
this. Sounds incredible.
Chicago dogs.
I don't know about Kansas City. What do we have there?
It's a Reuben.
Swiss cheese, sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that say?
Caraway seeds. I don't care about the seeds of the salt.
I'm like bending over my other screen trying to read it. Caraway seeds.
It does sound good. All of them sound pretty good. I'm gonna make a plain ass one today.
They actually do.
I'm gonna make a plain ass one. Over on the local side, we got John Getz out here with a lot of $1 tips over on locals. Enough with Mario Kart. Get Jay on Death Stranding 2 just to see his confusion. That would be
I've never played that.
John Getz, Scarjo, and Mahershala. Hey, let's sit down and talk out our backstories. Had me laughing like hell. Yeah, it was so random and forced, and ultimately didn't matter at all to anything.
No, I think they were trying. Like it seems like they were trying to make a relationship with the library nerd scientist and Scarlett Johansson.
Like just a small potential possible interest. But they were
he caught her crying. He's like, "You doing okay out here?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Have a seat next to me." And then they had this dumb exchange where it's like, "You got to do something in this world, something to leave a mark, something positive." And she's like, "I don't know. I think I'm just going to take the money."
She's like, "But I don't get any money that way."
Yeah.
At least respect, I agree. John Getz, they copied the kitchen, the T-Rex pressing down on glass, a raft this time, and the flare. Oh, the flare, dumbass. We get the flare pops back up. We know the flare pops back up. And then he says, one Snickers bar got in a door, the whole facility's broken. Yeah, it was like a Snickers bar gets sucked in, shorts out one of the security doors, and that like turns off the entire security system, which is a wild way to do it. And then says, Olivia Munn worked a hot dog on Attack of the Show better than any of those chicks. Olivia Munn back in the day, bro. Back in the day. Chris Gore knows. A Money Wilson, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day over on Locals. Thank you.
Thank you. What's up, A Money?
Wilson. Jay-Z O'Donnell for 2.
God dang, take that off the screen.
You got to fight for your right to Part J. Ryan Charlton for 10. Good morning. Hail to the chat. Hail to the mods. Hail Ryan and Jay. Hail America. Hail the 199. Let's fucking go. Happy 4th to all. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks, Ryan. Donald J. Skywalker. We need to take a vote to play the Team America song. Happy 4th, everyone. Team America. Fuck yeah.
I'd love to play it, but I think we get claimed.
Probably get claimed. Long and distinguished. Speaking of wieners, happy Independence Day. Love the patriotism. Thank you. Long and distinguished. Hakeem Jeffrey for $1.
Hakeem Jeremy.
Oh, Hakeem Jeremy. Sorry. I'm shiny hunting Rufflet for America. Hey, good luck. Good luck. Our friend Enrico Palazzo for 5. Happy 4th. When you boil it down, F1 is just the natural with parts of Bull Durham thrown in, set in a racing story. I loved it.
I love
it's
Enrico
just kind of
Palazzo.
simple, straightforward. Old guy, one last ride, getting back into it with the young, hot startup, all that stuff. So everything's on the line.
It's Enrico Palazzo. Sorry.
What?
It's Enrico Palazzo. You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
From the Naked Gun series. Mm-hmm. Sang the national anthem. It was beautiful.
Narrowboat Nige. Guys, I must admit, I stopped listening to a lot of streams with you and Jay. There's a balance on topics covered. No drowning on. Thanks. Thanks for letting us know you're not watching while you're watching, but appreciate it. Look, we talk about what's topical. So if Superman is the biggest thing out there, the biggest story out there, we're going to talk about it. If Jurassic Park Rebirth just opened, we're going to fucking talk about it. And guess what? By the week after next, we'll be talking about something else. It's how we do things. It's how we've always done things, but we appreciate your support. Maximus for 199. America. Fuck yeah. Peter, happy America Kicks Ass Day. Thanks, Peter. Jeremy's Trump body pillow. Happy 4th. I'm going to make Jeremy's bottle rocket explode tonight.
Good God.
Young Sykes for 2. Happy 4th, Jay. You look like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Snapping a Slim Jim. That was terrible, but it's all I got.
My Ninja for 2. Make Marvel Mail-Again shirt. Nice. AD the Demon Slayer for 5. Happy 4th of July, boys. Let's take this day to celebrate our independence, represent truth, justice, and
The human way.
Not going to do that. Grizzly Nightmare, happy Independence Day. Either of you ever have a hillbilly dog? Homemade chili, coleslaw, onions with mustard and ketchup.
That sounds pretty normal, but except for homemade chili.
Yeah, I would say with the exception of the coleslaw, and to be honest, if I'm having like a chili dog, I don't know if I'm putting ketchup and mustard on it too, but I've had something close. No coleslaw, though. Enrico Palazzo for 5. Jay, have you ever watched Swashbuckler for your pirate channel? Stars Quint and Darth Vader.
No. No, I haven't actually. How old is that film?
Don't know.
Thanks for the recommendation.
Jester of Roanoke, happy Independence Day out there in G&G land. Yes. Zodlander, happy 4th, Rebels. Hope you're having a great day, USA. Thank you from our Swedish friend. Alex, S tier of July, Meta PC code RCAPOS drunk 3. I think you were sent one already, Alex, but we appreciate the double mention. Check out Meta PCs. Links in the description. Still waiting on the door giveaway, you bundle of sticks. What is the door giveaway? Why is it a thing? I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I don't know if I ever told somebody I was going to give away a door or something. But
is that towards you or towards G&G?
It's about me. Oh. I don't know. Ryan is right. Happy Friday and happy 4th of July. Thank you. Ryan is right. Me is the Burger King. Andre, happy Independence Day. To all my gringos. It's Andre. The King's Court. What's up? King's Advisors. Says, happy birthday, America.
Awesome channel, by the way, if you're not subbed.
Check it out. The Ripper. You're taking my super chat, Cherry. Don't be gentle. I can take it. Well, thanks, The Ripper. Happy birthday, America. And we'll take your virginity right here, live on air. Thank you. Dan C., happy America Day. And then gives 5 Geeks and Gamers memberships. Shout out. You guys are blowing it up on 4th of July. Sludge, happy 4th. Jay looks like Mickey Rourke's character in a movie called Spun. Jay-Z O'Donnell for 2.
God,
Jurassic
dang.
Park 3 sucks. Jurassic World is the GOAT. Jurassic World is not the GOAT. Jurassic World is fine. Scott Hart for 5. My son just got back into dinos, going all over vacations like he did, or variations like he did with Cars a few months ago. So Jurassic World Rebirth is perfectly timed. Hope you enjoy watching dinosaurs. Sketch, Jay, I know you've been reading the Transformers comic, but have you also read the G.I. Joe comics?
Yes. And I'll be having videos on that very, very soon. I'm trying to finish volume 3 of the Transformers one, and then we'll add in Destro, Scarlet, Cobra Commander, those little miniseries, Duke, to try to catch all. I should be all caught up by like the end of August. So then, like when the new ones come out, we can just go over the new ones. So yeah, they're awesome. Skybound's doing a great job so far.
Ariel Key for $10 says, saw the Jurassic movie last night. Very mid. Predictable as hell. Many scenes and situations taken right from the first 2 books, or from the 2 books in the first movie. You knew who would live and die from the start. Kind of. You had a good feeling that some of the random extras that came along.
Yeah, they were red shirts.
Yeah, you got to have some deaths, you know.
I was thinking I was thinking that guy was going to die.
I think a lot of people would have liked that.
I think so.
Kalecki for 199. That had to be the most docile T-Rex I've ever seen. He was sleepy, bro.
Yeah. He was
sleepy. And obviously he was a little slow when he got in the water.
That was kind of funny. Like, big yawn and rolled around.
Yeah. Bar King, happy 4th of July to all you Yanks. It's also bullshit they had to cut patriotism out for international audiences because we love our countries too. We like patriotic movies. We can relate to that. Well, seems like a good transition to the Superman. Look, Superman is the most high-profile release. Doesn't mean it's going to be the biggest box office, but in terms of the amount of attention that's on it, in terms of the amount of people interested to know whether it succeeds or fails, in terms of the character of Superman, that every single person around the world knows what that means, what that name represents, who that is. It's Superman, obviously. and understandably so. And we've had, look, there are some people that are hyped as hell for this movie. There's also some people that can't wait to see it fail. And we've seen some marketing missteps and some interesting tactics along the way, including removing the American way. But this movie's coming out. Tuesday is when the Amazon Prime early screenings happen. And then the movie officially opens a few days after that. So we're talking less than a week until we actually see Superman and see how normal people that aren't critics react to it. But a critic is reacting, and they reacted a little bit earlier than they were supposed to. Granted, we have to keep in mind, this is just one, right? This is just one review, but it did accidentally get put up, I believe, on the Daily Beast a little bit earlier than it was supposed to. It was only up for 6 minutes, but that is all it took for people to grab it, including the headline. Superman review leaks, terrible final nail in the grave for the superhero genre. And this is a copy of the article that did get put up here. Terrible news, Superman is final nail in superhero cinema's coffin. And I'm not going to read through all of this because it includes some spoilers and a lot of description of things that happen in it. So we're going to prevent that because the review was not supposed to go live and it was put up by accident and then taken down. And it's just one, right? It's one critic review. And just because critics even if all of them loved it or loved them hate it, doesn't necessarily mean anything. However, for everybody who feels so divided about this thing and feels so hesitant to be invested in this Superman, it has questions about what James Gunn's going to do to the character, has questions about how many characters are included in this specific movie. This drives home a major point to those people and gives them a lot of excuse to be like, we told you James Gunn was not the right guy for this. But I'm sure not the leaked review that Warner Brothers would have wanted. They would have loved for somebody to accidentally leak a review for a few minutes that says this is the best thing we've ever seen in history. But no, that is the actual headline.
That Soups guy on Twitter, he got to see it early and he said it was like, he said you guys aren't ready for how great this movie's going to be.
Well, you know, he said the same exact thing about The Flash.
I know.
Like, holy fuck.
So maybe that's why they keep giving him extra early access to everything, because he's like, this is the greatest thing that you're ever going to see.
He will fucking hype every single thing up. Like, to me, I feel like I'm in a weird position with the movie because I don't hate everything that we've seen, I guess. I just feel so unconcerned and uninvested in it, period. I definitely think there's like a lot of warning signs for the movie that could potentially go off the rails. But we've also heard that it leans into a lot of the old comic book things in it, which I think I could enjoy those parts, those elements of the movie. But overall, I don't know if I've had a big time superhero movie like this for a character I do care about coming out with me caring less than I do right now about it. You know what I mean?
Did you go through this review?
I did.
Does this like confirm a lot of leaked rumors?
Yeah, I mean, certainly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's in there.
Like my one concern about the monkeys is that was that in the review?
I don't think I saw anything about that in there.
Okay.
I did a very quick reading of it.
Okay.
But I mean, we do know that Lex is using social media stuff to try to damage Superman's reputation. We know that those things are happening, but I don't know if I specifically saw the monkeys. They could have cut that out. Who knows?
That's true. They also, like, I was seeing like there was a James Gunn cut out a scene about one of the villains kicking Crypto and it just wasn't received well. So he's like, yeah, let me cut that out. But it's like the whole point of a villain is to make you hate them, right? Like it's supposed to make you hate him. And if he's kicking a dog and it makes you hate him, but
it is, but there's all like obviously Crypto's a huge part of this entire thing and marketing him like that. So the idea of having an animal get kicked, because Crypto's out there fucking people up. So to me, it should be open season. But apparently in the screenings, they had very negative reactions to Crypto. I think Ultraman kicked Crypto or something, and they had super negative reactions to it. So I think they pulled it out. Yeah.
But gonna be interesting.
Well, and the box office projections are all over the place right now. You know, we've seen anywhere from 95 to 125. We've seen some people that are some places that are saying the pre-orders have slowed down a little bit and they think it's closer to $100 million maybe. But then we've also seen, 130 to 171. They are all over the place.
Wow.
But projections are projections. It depends what you're using and how you're using it. I will never forget when The Flash was projected between 115 to $140 million opening weekend, and it opened to 55.
Yeah.
And that was with all of the same type of
crazy.
chill access media types that were telling you it's the greatest thing we've ever seen, the greatest comic book movie we've ever seen for The Flash. And now you have a lot of the very same people that said that about The Flash saying that about this movie, which doesn't mean it's going to be as bad as The Flash, or it also doesn't mean it's going to be any better than The Flash. It certainly means you can't take their shit at face value. We have the same people saying that about The Flash that are now coming out and saying it about this. But
did you get the early movie ticket for Amazon?
I do, yeah.
Oh, so you're going Tuesday.
Yep, I'm going Tuesday.
Oh, that's going to be wild. I'll be looking forward to that review to know if this is even worth time, effort, and money. I was when we went to the theater yesterday, they did have the Superman dog bowl popcorn and the crypto. They had two different popcorn buckets at that theater at Universal Studios. And they had the crypto plushies out on full display. So they're getting ready. They're getting ready. I did not see the Jurassic Park footprint. Maybe that was the wrong theater, but I was looking for it. They didn't have it. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just like sometimes you sit in this, we talk about this stuff all the time. And normally, if critics hate it, people love it, right? So it's like that could be a thing. I don't know about
normally, but it's not. That is one of the problems we see nowadays is because people don't trust critics at all for anything. Right. People will see, oh, it got a 20%. It must be fucking awesome. And it turns out it's like fucking awful, right?
Well,
so like Jurassic World Dominion is like a great example. To me, that is a fucking horrific movie. The critics savaged it. But people are going to these movies now, kind of like we're talking about Jurassic World Rebirth, and they are not expecting much. They're just expecting to be entertained by dinosaurs and shit.
Yeah.
But I think it's an awful fucking movie.
Yeah.
But it made a lot of money.
I mean, like, because when we pulled up, like, we would pull up Rotten Tomato scores and it'd be like, critics love The Last Jedi, or they love this film. They love, and it's like, what the heck are they seeing? They love The Acolyte. They love, but then the audience score was in the tank, So, well, it'll be here Tuesday.
Hollywood Will Burn says, stop trying to hype up Superman. You think that this was us hyping up Superman, talking about how the first review that came out was absolutely savaging it? You think that that's us hyping it up? How fucking retarded can you possibly be? I asked that question so many times to so many fucking people that I see every fucking day. And every time I realize I haven't realized the full amount of possible retardation that one person can have. Like, you think that was us hyping up the movie? I don't think we were overly like slamming it or saying it's got to be the worst thing in the world. But the idea that that's us hyping it up? Are you fucking kidding me? You goddamn piece of shit, you loser fuck. How dumb can you be?
While you're seeing Superman, Park Hopping Team will be heading out to say goodbye to Rivers of America one last time.
Oh, he was talking to chat? Well, my bad then. He was talking to chat? My bad. Stop trying to hype up Superman. I'm like, how would we hype it up? But yeah, like, trust me, I don't hate it as much as some people do hate some of the stuff going around it. I obviously really like Man of Steel a lot. I loved Henry Cavill as Superman. I wish we'd have got more of that. It's not the case. It's gone. It's over. Yeah. But I feel like literally nothing for this movie.
No.
Nothing for it. But let's catch up on some of these super chats because we are blasted with super chats.
That was funny.
Gomer, happy 4th of July, Ryan and Jay. Thanks to the ones who fought and died for the country.
Yeah.
Prayers to all. Have a safe one, y'all. Badass hat, Jay. Cheers.
It's made out of cardboard.
Mitchell Fields for 2. Spoil away. Who cares? We did spoil it. Richard Simmons, bottoms up for the 4th. I know mine will be. Maddening for 10. Happy Independence Day. Huge watercraft day. Be safe. Have fun with family and friends. America, fuck yeah.
That's right.
Thanks, Maddening. Logan Johnson for 10. My theater was packed when I saw Rebirth yesterday. Overall, I had a good time, minus the lack of Raptors, the annoying boyfriend surviving. Blade was the only character I cared about.
Yeah.
Like, my theater was, I don't know, half full or something. But I went early afternoon.
Ours was pretty packed. Like, I had people sitting next to me.
Did you went to the one at City Walk, right?
Yeah.
Taker for 5. My local news station had quite the gaffe this morning with a topic called the Colonial Flag Collection, but they forgot the Ellen flag. Well, things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen. Eric K, what do you think about a grandma-age ScarJo as banquet? She's 40, bro. Please stop. Eric K, I've seen you. You look fucking 80 years old. You're calling Scarlett Johansson grandma-aged? She's 40, dude. Come on. Short, middle-aged woman kicking ass. So believable.
I mean, she didn't really do like fight scenes, right? She had
there was
gun.
not
She was
too
mostly
much of it.
running. She was just mostly running.
They did some running. They did some like the scaling of the rock.
She had a gun,
stuff like that. But like they're not really fighting too much because it's not like person to person. It's fucking dinosaur shit, She did shoot that one dinosaur.
Yeah, they look like chickens.
They didn't. I think that's what dinosaurs actually look like. Mike Hill for 5. I was wishing the boyfriend get eaten by a dinosaur. I mean, they teased it. They teased it good and then gave you kind of a funny scene. Ray Young for 2. Happy Treason Day, ungrateful colonials. That's damn right. Warbrer, you two are the Bert and Ernie of G&G.
Oh man,
I'm definitely Bert.
Yeah.
Hakeem Jeremy says, "Hail Jay."
Where's my rubber ducky?
Slick Rick, have you seen what Kate Beckinsale's done to herself? She's gone from smoke show to an 85-pound mummy. I saw a picture that was going around, yeah. Everyone's like, don't do Ozempic. Pat for a buck on Rumble. Jay looks like Macho Man Randy Savage without the long hair.
Snap it to a Slim Jim. That's all I got.
Give us a good effort one for that.
Oh, yeah. Snap it to a Slim Jim.
Bob Starsky for 5 pounds. DSP got married 6 years ago and has said he's planning his honeymoon to be in the next 20 years. Man's got an interesting life. Chris Cran, Chestnut's record is 76. Betting line over under 71.
It was terrible. I was a terrible Macho Man. There's no doubt about it.
Obi-Wan Cannoli for $5 says Joey Chestnut eats 71 hot dogs and stays skinny. Meanwhile, I look like a Skittle, or I look at a Skittle and gain 5 pounds. He works out a lot, to be honest. To do what he does.
Doesn't he have like an abnormal stomach too?
It can't be normal.
Yeah.
Jesus Davila with a membership. Thank you, Jesus. Prophet JD, happy July 4th from Lewiston, Maine.
Prophet J. That's Black JD Vance with no hair.
Tree Bear, no junkyard dog. The list is invalid. Chili cheese fries on a dog. The fries?
You're the one that makes all those weird pictures of me and Ryan.
Oh.
Can only imagine what your computer looks like.
Crew for a buck. Jay, I can't even hear this you of the sound of your freedom.
That's a little loud.
Cole Hauser, if I fly my flag, maybe I'll be deported to the USA. Go for it, Cole Hauser. Better be careful. They might send you back. Trump's he's on rampage right now, you know. Westward Smile for 2. Happy 4th, everyone. Watching Independence Day with kids. Well, I don't know if it's real. I saw a story that was like 3 ICE agents went into some fucking restaurant, sat down, had a meal, and then like arrested the people that served them because they were illegals. I don't know if it was a real story or not, but it was very funny.
Apparently, I'm an ICE agent because I look like one of the people arresting people. I'm getting tagged in that a lot.
Mike Hill for 2. Snickers scene gave me Final Destination feels. Kind of did, actually. It kind of did. Westward Smile. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Don't be gay like Beardo. To me, my sex men. UK Outlaw for 2. Happy 4th of July. Have a good one, guys. Thanks, UK.
Thank you.
Accident Cell. You going to talk about your mom? Because she, too, just opened. Thanks, Accident Seller. You beardoed Nigel's message. I beardoed it. I didn't beardo it. There was a typo in it, which I think I read. Jesus Davila, I wish you all a happy 4th of July. Ryan, Jay, mods in chat.
Hey, thanks, Jesus.
Richard Simmons for 2. Bottoms up for the 4th. I said that one.
Yeah, you're like redoing these.
Yeah, I think I accidentally jumped ahead for a couple. The Skywalker Club Productions, call me crazy, but it's my most anticipated movie of the year. Jurassic World was dumb fun, and I'm not that excited for F4 or F1. People like big fucking monster movies, okay? People like Godzilla vs. Kong. People like watching the dinosaur stuff. They just do. They just do. UK Outlaw, give Superman a chance. Don't judge till you watch it. James Gunn made some decent movies and thought Peacemaker series was okay. Well, I am going to give it a chance. I'm going to go watch it. But at the same time, as I've talked about before, the reason I don't like the Peacemaker series, for the record, but all the promotional material, all the clips, all of that stuff is supposed to get you to get invested and interested in the movie, and it hasn't yet. That's the purpose of it. So if you're going to judge and get excited for something, you certainly can judge and be like, I don't know if it's going to be very good. It's what the trailers are for. But I, just like any movie I walk into, whether I think it's going to be good or not, we'll see. You know, I hope it's great, but Ariel Key, Jay, my AMC theater had the Footprint popcorn bowl. I passed. So did mine. I saw it sitting there in the back. I was like, it's going to be very depressing for me to grab one of those just for myself. Mo Zamboni, have a great Independence Day. God bless America.
What's up, Mo?
My Ninja for 2. Thanks, My Ninja. MJ Jorgie for 2. Jay, you nailed the look today. Hail the 199.
Tried. I did my best.
Pat over on Rumble for $1. Trump should deputize the WWE to assist ICE. And then John gets on locals. Lex tries using Blue Sky. No one notices, and the movie's over in 5 minutes. That could happen. You guys blew it up with the freaking chats and memberships and stuff like that today. So thank you guys. But Jay, happy 4th of July.
Man.
You're in the mood, man.
I'm ready. I'm ready to like get out and cut my grass. That's it. And cook some hot dogs and hamburgers. It all starts when I'm shutting off. I'm not going to work on videos today, or maybe not tomorrow either. I'm actually going to enjoy the next 2 days. So it's going to take a deep vacation. Breath. Yeah.
Double Hawk for 2. I eat my hot dogs with barbecue sauce.
I know a lot of people that do that.
I'm sure it's good. Never tried. I mean, sometimes I do barbecue sauce on my burgers and stuff, but Dr. Spike, America, fuck yeah. Happy Independence Day, America. And that's where we'll actually know. Prophet JD, happy 4th from Yorktown Heights, the Bronx. Thanks, Prophet JD, with your South African money. All right. That is it, guys. We'll see you on
Friday Night
We'll
Tights.
see you up. I'll see you on Friday Night Tights in a couple hours. Have no idea what I'm going to do until then. But M to M, I wish D-Day Cobra showed up more on G&G. He's great. He's actually a fucking loser. So we're saving you guys some pain. We're saving you guys some pain. That's it. We'll talk to you guys later. Happy 4th of July.
Woo!
Enjoy your freedom. Bye, everybody.